and then you decided to walk on over to an old lady and talk to her instead.
Yeah.
So now you decided to walk off the beaten path into a place that gets increasingly swampy as the river overtakes the land, half flowing into it, to go talk to Whomst again.
Oh,
Lasagna.
lasagna.
I really want to. I want to take, if I ever get the chance, I want to ask the person who wrote her name, was this intentional? Did you know that
Mhm.
lasagna is like one misinterpretation away? I mean, it's also possible that lasagna has cultural annotations, in which case you can't just port over master doo doo poo poo into another language and expect no one to figure it out. Cultural appropriation requires sensitivity, because otherwise you look like a dick or a dummy.
Indeed.
Or someone's gonna
Or
call it
both.
lasagna, and everyone's thinking, "Oh, that's insensitive to my culture," and it's like, nope, it's because they didn't think about this. They didn't use the old thinking cap. But the thinking cap's irrelevant right now. You're walking through a swampy ass town, or what used to be a town. The rotten remnants of the town stick out of the ground, but for the most part, you're looking at maybe in some distant past these were fields, but now they are these massive swamps that stretch out distances. The only few structures that remain are made of stone, and they're the fences that separate the houses. A large manor in the distance, a smaller, which one is located near some gravestones. You think you see some sort of statue in the distance. The only structures that is actually standing upright and has any solidity remaining to it is an old, lovely little cottage built on top of what appears to be a tree stump. A tree stump big enough to hold the whole house on top of it, that is.
Nice.
Also, additionally, scattered around the place are old, moldy scarecrows. As you do.
These probably need to be replaced.
I mean, there's no one to replace them, is there? Well, you were here to ask Rabalazaga about a way to, I don't know, kill Strahd? Give him a kick in the
No.
dick?
Do not kill Strahd.
Why don't you bunch of lamos wanting to
We
not
want to
kill
kill the
things?
thing that's controlling Strahd.
Yeah, to liberate Strahd.
Well, right now your party's still standing on the section where you, like the town itself, like the river banks are level, so water easily flows over from time to time. But you're like on a section of road that's still slightly above the ground and leads into it, so your boots ain't wet yet.
Well, we should go investigate the remains of town on the way. It could be interesting.
Yeah, check out that manor.
Yeah.
Check out that man. Well, the manor is behind the witch's, the little house on the
Okay.
stump.
Oh, I didn't go past it.
So
What about the
what do
statue?
you wish to investigate? Where do you wish to go?
Hmm.
I would check out the statue. Be like, what you?
You trudge along into the distance towards the statue. You'll be separated by your party by a few hundred feet by doing so, but hey,
I
you
could keep along with Martha just to make sure.
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea to separate right now, so I'm gonna kind of skulk behind them.
hidden by the fog and elevated by a few feet, elevated a few feet above the surrounding marsh by a raised plot of land, barely 10 feet on each side, enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. In the center of this plot is a life-size stone monument carved in the likeness of a kneeling peasant clutching a rose. Though her features are gray and are weather-worn, she bears a striking resemblance to no one you know, because you haven't seen that person at all yet. Carved into it is an epitaph.
What does that say?
You have to squint a little bit, but it seems to be some sort of memoriam to someone who supposedly was taken by the mists. Which kind of weird to make a statue for someone like that, you know. Death is a common occurrence in medieval times. You don't get remembered for dying. Now, do you?
Um, there was some sort of like noble, you know, person. Not like a hero because they don't have a sword or anything. You know, maybe they fought this kindness. I don't know.
Cracking up a little there,
Maybe they
Bella.
just had a lot of friends.
Maybe it was
Possible.
like the king before Strahd, who was like, haha, the mist cannot defeat me, and then the mist ate him.
Either way, we now have seen the statue.
That you have.
Are we gonna talk to
Yeah,
Paul?
we can investigate the rest of the town afterwards.
A lovely
See if there's
stone
anything
statue
that hints.
atop a small bit of raised land. Lovely. All right, where do you want to go next then? You still have the ruined buildings, the mezzel, the graveyard by the looks of it. You walk past it on the way here, and the stump house.
We gotta check these ruined buildings, see if there's anything hiding within that might jump at us.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on the nature horizon. Just to...
Well, you're closest to the following two ruined buildings, which are two that are in surprisingly good shape because they're mostly made out of stone, which seems to be an old small chapel shrine thing, and the mansion, with its backyard vineyard.
I'll check that chapel. Those are always of interest to one like me.
Walking over to the vineyard, no, the graveyard. People aren't vines. You find yourself an old shell of a stone church, completely hollowed out from the inside. A variety of claw marks decorate the stones, and the iron fencing has been broken in many places. Getting a closer look, while many of the tombstones are still technically in place, the vast majority of them appear to have been unearthed, as there are sagging dips in the ground where the coffin should be, and in some cases the coffin's even like sticking out, opened, half filled with dirt.
Either grave robbing or the river ran over too far.
To be clear, just how much of a shell this church is, the bell that's supposed to hang in the little tower is on the ground, sinking away.
Is there anything inside the church?
Gosh, any small accoutrements would have probably sunk away by now. I mean, at most, some rotten pews are sticking out. This place looks like it's seen better days. But that's just your pessimism.
How can we do for this town?
Yeah, I'll come back while Bella looks at stuff.
Bella's taking a look
Oh.
around the houses in town, huh?
Also, make sure that there's no like creepies on the horizon. And the, nature fields.
Set in small sets of 4 are ruined cottages. Only the bottom foot of the materials made out of stone, the rest probably wood. As with some, you can see the wooden skeletal frame of logs that have rotted away over time. Puddles of marshy stuff are everywhere. Most houses have at least some cattails growing in it. And it's, I mean, you know, a surface examination won't reveal much. Let's put it like that.
I'll look inside, a little bit. See, if there's anything inside, or if they were just,
There
toys.
doesn't seem to be anything. I mean, you would expect like frog croaking or something around here, and you haven't seen much in terms of animals that should live here. Like houses like these are very often used as resting places for frogs and sometimes like other animals you'd find around this place, or just bug nests. But nothing of the sorts.
Odd. Like, no signs of creatures.
No signs of wildlife.
That is very strange to not have anything alive.
Yeah, getting a real bad vibe.
I'm gonna check Shasta. Does she seem okay, or is it just
Shaska is dead.
No, Shashka's fine.
okay? Then it just must be more of a long form thing.
Yeah. Do there no like remains of people or anything, or is this just like abandoned?
Like I said, a surface examination won't turn up much. This is a place where everything is sinking away, and anything obvious has probably already been taken by grave robbers or people feeling lucky. Don't forget, people can go in and out of Barovia most of the time, just fine.
Yeah.
So if you want to find something, you're gonna need a shovel and maybe some Dutch people to help you dry this place out. Build a couple of
Some
windmills, some dikes.
You see, they'd have this shit handled in like a couple months.
Yeah, this never would have happened.
This never would have happened if they just hired some Dutch dike engineers. And then they were like, but then we'd have to let the Jews in.
And the gays, because the Dutch aren't upset about that.
The Dutch are probably one of the very few times that capitalism worked out, because they were like, it's all about the money, money, baby. I'm not going to say no to a client. Flip, flip, flip. Let it
Yeah,
rain.
the Dutch go to Japanese. So, which religion are you selling us? Fucking money.
How do you like this shiny, what's it called a microscope? Microscope. You want to get some Dutch studies, baby? You want some science? We got bags
You
of
want to
them.
learn how to? You want to learn about fucking electricity? What's that? You're gonna learn about it.
He's like, oh man, where are you going to love this one?
You want to
Like-
learn about glasses?
He grabs his hand with a buzzer in it.
How'd you do that? $29.99.
What currency even? I mean, that would probably be super cheap if it's the yen. I don't know how big the yen was doing at the time, but by contemporary yen standards, that would be like less than $1.
If it was since it began, we'd take out the decimal point. That'd be like $20.
Anyway, as I said, you're not going to find anything just by taking a look around. You'd have to do some proper digging and searching if you want to find anything.
Probably not our exact role here, Martha.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
like
Says
a lot of work for something that
possibly
seems,
nothing.
yeah, unrelated to us and distant.
Well, let's go to that last. We could either go to that mansion.
We could probably go to the mansion after.
Yeah, let's go to that stump house.
Hope you don't die.
That's
Yes.
what we were talking to Baba Saga about.
For helping us, I think. I do believe that is what we were talking with Folly about was, she can more actively help or the hags are not really able to.
Alright.
Yeah.
Mm.
She isn't like bound by the same kind of rules that they are.
Mostly because she's not really from here in that sense.
Yeah, she's Russian. She's a Russian casserole.
You head on over to the stump house, and what a place it is. It has character. The hut standing in front of you is set atop a stump. The roots crawl out of it like the legs of a giant spider. They're even set apart, like equidistant. An open doorway is visible on one side of the hut, beneath which floats an upside-down, hollowed-out skull. I always thought the skull was like above it. Flanking the hut's doorway are two large iron cages that dangle like hideous ornaments from the eaves. Though right now they seem to be empty. Coming from inside is the sound of someone cooking, as well as the overpowering smell of alchemy.
I'm gonna walk up the steps and give it a little, knuckle tap
There
on the door,
literally is no door.
on
It's
the
open.
side of the door, on the side, on the little entry door frame, I guess.
Let's say like knock knock out loud.
Knock, knock.
Baba Lazaga, I've come to bargain.
Like, is this the abode of Mrs. Baba Saga?
Would this happen to
Pardon?
be the property? As you knock upon the door, on the inside, you see an old lady. She is, quite the something. You know, here's the thing that I don't get, and this is just the thing I want to point out. Why don't these modules more often have character blurbs? They love their little reader out aloud text, but you meet a character in like the one place they're at, and there's no like description for them. I don't get it.
I think that'd be a pretty straightforward thing to do.
Like there are sections in the back for like, oh, this is what their bonds are, this is who they are as a person, but there's never a good read this to tell people what's going on, and that's what I really like about 3.5 is that the monster manual, every monster had like a little paragraph of like, oh, this is what the monster looks like if you've no fucking idea what you're looking at. Anyway, she is, like old ladies who still have that sporty musculature to them. She has long arms, big clawed hands, massive braids ornamented with all kinds of bone fragments. She has what appears to be two large set of ears that are draped over her shoulders, and her face is
Oh my
old,
god, it's Durabel.
old and set. She turns to the people in the entrance. And who graces my abode?
Hi, Martha Hall. This is my acquaintance Shaka, and we're here.
We're here to talk to you about helping us deal with a problem related to Strahd.
Now that you can get a good glance at the inside of the property, the hut's interior is 15 feet on each side and packed with old furniture, including a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, a slender wardrobe, a table, stool, everything you need to make this place look great. In the center is a massive cauldron inscribed with runes of all kinds. Anyone with training in Arcana can tell that each of the runes represents a different school of magic. Not just the traditional ones, also the schools of Sin and the exotic schools that the people of Xinchen tend to sit with. Oh, no, Chensha.
Yeah, the Hedra and
You look for
ribbons.
something?
Uh, yes, we're actually looking for assistance because there's a blight on this land that's taken hold, and we've discovered that it's taken hold of not only the land but its leader, and we want to protect this land. So we came to you out of
And
out of
gonna have
recommendation.
Crucius step in, help
Mhm.
out a bit. We talked to Ophalia, or Barovia. We were trying to help out getting rid of the thing controlling Strahd. She recommended we talk to you for help.
I am no fairy godmother, dear. I do not help for free.
But you're so pretty.
You must have quite the low opinion to think that I would fall for a simple little compliment.
I like to imagine there's actually a second where just everyone looks at Martha.
Wink.
Just a moment of dead silence. Just
It never hurts.
All right, enough,
Uh,
enough. Point is, she's
you
like,
were
yeah, I don't work for free.
oh, what titillates your fancy when it comes
My
to
god, you had to put it that way
please
after
don't
you
say
hit
too
on
more.
her.
You know, if you were one of those, what's it called, Tengu, you'd be using Squawk the whole time to cover up all these mishaps. Like, oh no, I'm a I'm a dummy.
it's an honest question.
Allow me to put it as bluntly as I can, dear. If you require to ask for my prices, you can surely not afford them. I am older than most of this land. I've seen the gods walk it. My services do not come cheap.
I assume it's less monetary, more
Or
other.
cosmic.
Hmm. Perhaps there is a service you can render unto me, if you do believe yourself strong enough to fight something that has come from the
Hmm,
dark tapestry. I require
uh,
one additional service, which is part of creating what you want. In order to
uh,
return Strahd to his original form, I will need part of what made him what he used to be.
so
So basically, find whatever turned Strahd into a vampire in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
we do have a lead on that.
There are two
That is
ways to
something I'm
find such an
interested
item. You may find yourself in Ravenloft, He would surely have old relics and accoutrements of his old wife. Or you could go to the Amber Temple, where he made the deals that bind him.
We did hear about the Amber Temple. I think we were planning on checking that out eventually anyway.
Yeah, a lot of roads are pointing us in that direction.
Well, if they're all going to point us that way, we may as well get to the end of it, right?
And it's less of a chance to run into good old Strahd while we're there.
We're probably going to run into him all the
Just
time.
shows up.
Yeah, but I mean, like, at least we're not going to, like, his house. Where we know he'll be. But, you require something that made him
Oh dear.
more assistant. But,
I will specify the favor when it is relevant.
okay.
Okay, well, we better get to that Amber Temple then.
Also, just to be clear, it's not a soul, right? You don't require a soul.
I think there are more useful things than a soul.
Those are everywhere. Those are a dime a dozen.
I mean, this is an old lady who knows what she wants.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe she just wants some cupcakes and she's too afraid to ask us of a diet. I didn't survive
Well,
diabetes
help.
so that I couldn't eat my dang cupcake.
Want someone to help her move a couch, but she's too proud to ask.
I require but one service, heroes. That couch over there must move.
I've grown tired of
No,
this
no,
position.
wait. It's worse.
She's
There is one service you must render me, heroes. That couch over there must go down the hall.
The hall's too tight, and
it's a
she's
lot
like,
of
I enchanted it
curves."
with anti-magic, so you can't even shrink it.
The hall has a corner right outside the door, and the door will barely fit the couch. How will you approach the problem?
Riddle me these questions 3.
Riddle me this, Batman.
Gotta pivot. Gotta pivot the couch.
Batman, you...
Damn it!
I,
Damn it, Martha! Rotate it to my right, not your right.
I think that would make for a great Riddler-like puzzle. Like, hey, Batman, do you and Robin have the cooperation skills to move this couch?
You have 5 minutes, or Gotham Observatory will explode.
No, the couch is a bomb. The only way to deal with it is to get it away from the orphanage. But the orphanage has all these hallways. And they need to get it through. And a staircase.
I guess we're gonna go to the Amber Temple and we'll deal with payment after.
Yeah.
Yep, this will be
Seems
safe.
like-
A Karsh Blanc favor can never hurt you.
I mean, thankfully it was Martha who made the agreement, so, the problem's going to be hers to pay with later.
The old lady does say that it will take you a day to get to Amber Temple from here, so you might as well stay for dinner.
Well, it depends what's cooking.
Well, not what's in that.
Our friend here has a pretty specific diet.
She points at a cooking plate in the corner. So, you know the spell heat metal? Imagine if you just cast them like a metal plate and you had it do that for a while. You just have an induction plate. Bam.
Yeah, I was literally thinking about that the other day. Like, could you use it to, like, heat food and whatnot? Just have portable gas burner.
Point is,
magic.
The pot contains a variety of... Okay, if you know much about cooking, you're like, I don't think most of these are ingredients. And they aren't by culinary cuisine standards. But it's probably edible.
I mean, this lady's lived for this long eating this food. It can't kill you. Probably.
Well,
I'm afraid
that's your
till
problem.
someone can fight.
If you want to give it a go, you're free to do it.
I mean, who might reject hospitality?
She does tell you that it has all the nutrients you need for the day, yes. So you stay
It's
for
all
the night,
fiber
apparently.
you need for a week.
For a week? Handsome. This
It's a brief rubber now.
who's the brief brubber now, huh? Well, this reinvigorating brew will give you 5 times your level and temporary hit points because don't forget she's a fucking master alchemist, as was implied last time.
5 times their level.
I thought, oh god, I forgot to turn it back on. Whoops. That explains where I'm getting all the bumpers. There we go. There you go. Think button. Cool. All right.
35 levels. 35 max HP.
35 temp HP.
Temporarily. Oh, and also everybody, hero.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
forget that.
It
You
was my
might
turn
just
to
need
remind
it.
everybody. Normally it's Bella's.
Well then. Awesome. Hilarious. Fantastic. It's the next day. Time to get on the road.
Away we go.
It's a nice quiet day on the road. I mean, you might have run into some scary werewolves or something if you hadn't disbanded their little organization.
Up down this startup.
Although by this point, it's likely that the druids are probably planning something. Your
I don't
road will
think
take you...
they're I don't think they're happy.
Yeah, by this point, they've probably realized something's up. They haven't heard the screams of the damned, so, you know. As you make your way down, you eventually climb up into the mountains. You know, why did they name the forest, but you don't name the mountains? Come on, man. Mount
Sounds what you're
Gackus.
supposed to name.
Mountain ranges you're supposed to names. I mean, for fuck's sake, they call it the Alps. I don't even know what that's about. Your trip will
Because when you
eventually...
get lost,
Following
you
the
go,
mountains.
help, help.
I'm going to presume that you have the necessary equipment to not freeze to death up here in yonder mountains yonderly. And your trip will eventually take you... You start to notice something the further you go. Boot prints. Fresh boot prints. I think Martha would probably be the first one to notice this, and eventually Shashka would be like, I'm sniffing something. There has been humanoid activity here. Judging by the boot prints, whoever these are heavy, probably wearing like either a lot of equipment or just heavy set individuals. There's not many of them,
Stay
just a
off
few.
the main road for as long as we can.
You can't stay off the main road. You're in a mountainous terrain. It's the
Okay,
road or
then
nothing, baby.
Then F it.
Which is going to be abundantly... Cool, I like that I turned off the lighting in this. Excuse me. Whoops. Anyway, so I'm going to yell about the fact that Claire's a big old weenie some more.
Temporary hit points go last, right? Or first?
What?
When it comes to hit point damage, temporary goes first.
Temporary
last.
goes first, then stamina, then hit points, I think.
Uh,
Temporary hit points are meant to be a bonus, so it makes sense that it would go before stamina.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It's temporary hit points first.
Nice. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if your hit points came first. Ha, 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 ha. I mean, I can see it. Like, stamina is very easy to recover, whereas stamp hit points, but, you know, Point is, kids and cadets, you're up on yonder mountain. You're there quite yonderly. The road ahead stretches. There's snow on the ground, cliffs to each side. I sure hope to fuck that I set the scale right. Oh, this doesn't even have a skill mentioned on it. That's hilarious. Great. Off in the distance, through the light snow that covers the air around you, you can see a large gateway with fire in front of it. You also see several large figures on top of it that are leering down.
I hate it when large figures are leering. It's one of the worst activities a large figure can do.
Martha, why are you in front?
100%.
I am legitimately the tank.
I'll keep my eye out. That's how I nature.
Well, you will eventually start to see these figures no longer just shades in the snow, but proper shapes. Your local resident paladin will immediately identify them as Vrox, demons of war.
Well, this is going to be exciting.
They sit atop the gatehouse as if they are kept as watchers. Your approach causes them to screech in an attempt to scare you off. Shoo! What does everyone else has to say?
They're just making bird noises.
Yeah, they're just big boys.
They are not big birds.
No offense, Avita.
So they are like, imagine a vulture wings on a human, then a vulture head, and then you take all the feathers off of the vulture man that aren't on the wings, and the flesh is all red as if it's been beaten and doused in blood. Because you know demons are extra like that. Good demons are extra like that.
I mean, there aren't many good demons. It's kind of what makes a demon a demon.
Be kind of lazy if a demon was just like a dog and it's like bark. I'm a scary
Just
demon of wolves. Woof woof.
So yeah, I'm
Oops.
going to yell at it. We are passing through to the temple.
just be just be sure I'll keep my eye on this one. Just trained on him.
Gosh. They sit up there high and mighty in their little perches. There is no passage. Not for thee, good of heart. What lies beyond here is for those rotten.
Then what lies beyond here? Crucius says, hand on her sword.
I think we know.
A rotten vestige of evil, where only those who sell their souls should go. You've already sold your soul, of course. But to something petty.
You sold your soul.
No, I haven't. Unless you're talking about, law and justice.
You would sell your soul for justice.
My soul is literally made of justice.
I think in Crucius' case, it's less selling your soul to your cause and more
They're
you kinda
demons!
dedicating it.
you're kind of born to it.
They're fucking demons, man.
Yeah,
They're gonna
which is
mock
really
good guys whatever they can.
Well, fiery sword comes out. I am warning you. We are going through.
You look ahead towards the gatehouse. You see a large iron gate that bars your progress. You see the very tall house itself, offering up quite a bit of resistance. It's not short, by the way. And behind it lies this burning magical barrier to boot. In 5e, that might have done normal fire damage, but here I can say it does evil damage.
Ah,
So that only the most evil shall pass. It also is far more interesting because now, if it's an evil burning hellgate, it's like, oh, so evil people can go there and no one has to ever turn it off, which I just like that. There's something flavorful to that.
in 1 second.
I love it when mechanics and narrative meet in a good way and they say something together. In harmony. It took humanity forever, it took the at least Western music theory to forever to figure out how harmony worked. Jesus.
Also because Gracious drew their sword. I have a crossbow out and ready.
They seem not very impressed by your presence.
Oh, what do you think, Gracious?
A step closer.
You step closer. Even from here, because you are a good line being with enough goodness blood in you, you can definitely tell that this whole thing has, like, bad juju going through it.
I'm back.
I'm going to look at him. Are you going to stop me from entering?
Oh, we will stop you, but not now. Not yet. Oh.
So you're gonna sit up there like big, useless rotisserie chickens.
Exactly. Getting nice and crispy on those ambient evil flames.
Slowly rotating.
I knew we should have bought
Ah.
these lazy Susans.
I believe I shall make the first move.
I mean, I think
I mean,
Crucius is still making like an approach. Don't ruin the moment.
Yep, I'm
Alright.
slowly stepping in, waiting to see if they do anything.
And then I'll just walk.
They do nothing, and when you get close enough, the gauge in front of you will automatically just raise. It creaks like hell. These guys do not do maintenance.
You pause right out in front just to make sure.
Yeah, it definitely stays open. You can put your sword through it, doesn't fall down or anything.
So I wonder what this fire stuff is.
Oh, I mean, you know,
Oh,
if you're a good being and you're literally coming from the plane of goodness, you can tell that these are. Imagine you like made a little pinprick to the plane of evil, and you set the emissions on fire. You get this. You get an evil flame.
So that's not gonna feel good to go through.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
don't know what
like
you're talking about.
60-10 evil damage.
Cool. I'll go around.
Yeah, how high is the gatehouse?
With the mountain.
I think that every one of those little triangle lines is like 100 feet. So it's up there
It's at least 100 feet up.
ish. It's a climb. Let's put it like that.
I'll fly.
I'm a walker.
You know, I'm just gonna consider this a general useful tip. If you ever find yourself in medieval times and somehow possess a jetpack, most citizens, most people with walls, consider it a sign of aggression if you try to
Rude.
fly over their walls.
It is considered a dick move.
Yeah, the gate was made for a reason.
Yeah. Can someone turn
I
the
thought-
fire off?
I thought about this when I was playing Crossworld. If we got teleportation tech, it would probably be considered extremely rude to teleport in or out of someone's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in Avengers when Vision starts walking through people's walls instead of using the door.
God dang it, Vision!
It's
I bought a
still-
lovely door and doorbell. I got Ring, you know, for marketing. It's an advertisement, Vision. You would know that.
Okay, so Martha just phases through.
Martha, I think they're
It's
evil,
good.
so they're fine.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all are hesitant about.
When Martha walks into the flames, they touch her. They definitely like flick across her skin and everything, but it doesn't really hurt her in any traditional sense.
Oh, it's an intimidation tactic. I get it.
By the way, if you are neutral, evil damage also doesn't hurt you, which is the benefit of being neutral. You can't cast alignment spells all that well, but you can definitely aren't affected by them.
Wait, hold on.
Your little friend Avita is also technically unaffected by this. She's. I thought I made her neutral good or something, but apparently maybe just the sheet broke.
Yeah, Shaska's just neutral, so yeah, she don't get hurt.
And I'm neutral good, but I think that's still good.
They
so-
sit on their perches and they lean over so that they can see you on the inside. Well, are you going to let yourself get burned to get where you need to go?
It's an illusion.
Martha, you're an idiot.
Well, she doesn't have any religion training. She doesn't know what alignment is.
Is there any way I could turn this off?
I mean, probably. Probably a little bit of dispel magic could do the trick.
I mean,
If
I'm
you
I'll
not
do that.
magic, but I don't know if it'll be high enough level.
Give it a shot.
You know what? We'll let Evita do it, because she's got like all the. She's gonna be too busy buffing to do too much anyway. She'll use one of her upcast fourths. Counteract. Let's see. What are we dealing with appropriateness wise? DC sheet, don't fail me now. Hey, that actually does it. How nice for her.
Yeah.
Thanks, Avita.
With a little of abracadabra, abracazoo, the flyers wane briefly, creating an opportunity to pass through.
Scuttle,
through I
scuttle,
go.
scuttle.
Well, you're no fun, are you? And they commence a dance of some sorts?
The dance of annoyance.
No.
Oh god, that one's working. Avert your eyes.
Oh god, they're the Ginyu Force.
Yeah, they commence a little
Really?
dance,
Listen, there's only two of them.
and then they suddenly dive off their platforms, ready to kick some tail.
Oh, now we're fighting them.
had the biggest initiative, so I'm still like,
Wow, Crucius, you're ready to rock and load. However, they're all
They're really
little.
high up.
Yeah, they're like a good amount of feet up.
Can I delay my turn until after the first one?
Sure, we'll give you that delay. 30.0. Of course, they want to get rid of Crucius first because you look like a big nasty boy. He takes this big, cool whoosh dive downwards. Is Dance of Runes something that can even be interrupted? I wonder. The fifth of no number. And it continues its jolly little dance. Oh no, I can't. That's 3 actions. Excuse me. What'd be fun in that case? You know what? Let's just grab this. No, don't even. Come on. Fine. Intimidation. Go.
Will save.
That is a will save, and that is a crit failure. So that's frightened 2, as they strike fear within the depths of your heart.
Oh, I also have resistance to evil.
If you have resistance to evil, that's great.
Evil and chaotic equal to half my level.
It's your turn now, by the way.
Okay. So first thing is divine smite. I'm gonna use smite evil on it. It's obviously evil. It's a demon.
That is as evil as they come.
And then I'm gonna bam. Plus my let me double check just to make sure. Smite evil.
Oh no. Oh no. Is your weapon by coincidence? What's your weapon? Oh, it's silver, yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't. Not a double, unfortunately. So. All right. So that's 17 damage. And then
Plus 4 because of my smite evil.
make that 14. As good damage sears its flesh, as much as those flames would have seared yours.
And then I do my second attack for my last action.
Whoop-de-doo.
But I don't hit.
Evita just gonna kind of move over. Evita has a variety of cool moves up her sleeve. Let's see if they can do it. Which one is this again? They had a thing. Harmonic composition, where did that go? Harmonize. Sure, we'll just put her right here, actually, in that case. Harmonize.
It's
I'm gonna-
a remix.
Everyone's gonna get... Okay, harmonize composition. The composition does that when you cast another one. You can cast another composition in the same turn. Oh, okay. Man, it's like you basically get a second concentration slot, realistically. Lingering composition? Nah, she's good now. She's good. Let's throw out both of these puppos. Everyone in the local area gets a +1 to their armor class saving throws, attack rolls, and saves against fear effects. So that doesn't stack.
Yeah, you can drag
My
inspire courage.
resistance equal to half a spell's level to physical damage.
Essentially, Evita gives everyone a little bit of extra oomph. The next frog also dives down and presumably yells something at you there, little lady, about how you shouldn't. You shouldn't be hanging out with these losers. You're just a little spooked, just a little bit.
Oh gosh, I think maybe they are losers.
That is Crucius over there fighting.
Martha, do something.
Alright. Well, Shafka gonna take one of Martha's actions to run up,
Bark, bark.
and yeah, she gonna bark. And she gonna oh,
Puppy, no.
and Martha herself gonna target the one Crucius is after. Target's flat-footed. I don't think so. It's gonna be hit with the left. Nope.
Bella,
Let's try it.
if only you could flank. There's
These
just
bolts ain't
shots,
doing good.
shots going everywhere. Delilah, they're right on top of you.
That they are.
This beast that is several times your own size, with beaks and claws and talons to boot.
And was yelling at you a second ago.
Yeah, I really wish they weren't so tall. Just in general. Not for any, like, tactical bonuses or anything, just... Jeez. I'm going to start with... All my draining things wouldn't really be useful because I'm already at high temporary HP. So I'm just gonna use a one-action harm on 3rd level on this guy. Show the thing. There we go.
You know, I've said it 1,000 times and it'll keep coming up. So, oh gosh. Well, never mind. Never
Failure.
mind my sassiness.
Yeah, I was gonna... Every time you've said that, they've failed to save, so keep saying
This
it.
was a nat crit.
Yeah, that gets him. That gets him good.
It's like,
And then I'm
hi,
gonna-
you think you can... Oh god, my chest.
I don't like this one bit. Whoa.
Then I get that, and also... I think it's... No, it's not that one. Yeah. I also get this because Shaska's flanking them. And then,
Just like wreck this thing.
and then stab him with beef it entirely.
Bunch of beef. That's what you get.
And then final action, I'll just take one step back. Just the kind of little step that doesn't proc.
This
attack
guy
of
starts to
opportunity.
do. He's gonna do that little dance. If you happen to have attacks of opportunity, they're actually vulnerable to them with this because it's a manipulate thing.
I didn't take attack of opportunity because of how many other abilities I have that take my actions.
Yeah.
And I have one, but I'm not
Anyway,
using my melee weapon.
this will resolve to complete that round of dance. Cool. So nothing happens quite yet. Crucius. They start dancing. They start dancing.
I don't like this. Can I move into the area where they would be flanked? By
What?
this one that I'm targeting.
Yes. You
Could I
wouldn't-
move to a location where it would be flanked, or is
No,
these
there's
are
no
these
location
walls?
where it would be flanked. Evita's not adjacent.
Okay.
Yeah, the grid makes it hard to see, but yeah.
All right. I'm gonna just start stabbing
You
at
could
it.
always run to the other guy and take care of him. I mean, they're both at the same hit points, and the other one has flanking.
This is true. So I'll be flanking if we move over here.
Delilah just moved out of threat range, so no. You're
Oh,
gonna
Yeah,
have
you had to be
Yeah,
where I
sorry,
was
I got
standing.
my thoughts wrong. So I'm gonna
Sure,
run
but-
in, like slide on in, and do one of these. Bada bam!
hit
That is about a bam.
and add another one. And would you smite good?
No, I would have had to change targets. Actually, I'll just take it. Whatever. I'll probably miss on the next attack.
Smite good. That's an extra 14.
And now, out of pure curiosity, yeah, good call.
That would have hit because of flanking.
Ah, yeah. Oh well. I already declared it.
Evita, do you have any good will saves that might be useful? Because these things are weak to will, and you'd probably know that considering that you go around and yell at people a whole bunch. No, that's for it. Good job. Well, I guess there's nothing they can do. They can remove your curse in 10 minutes if that's a problem.
Will is my best save.
Please properly reduce all things. Does anyone here want haste?
I'll take haste.
She'll just kind of scoot over and...
Doesn't want haste.
How would haste affect the pupper? Would it get an extra?
Your pupper just gets another action like that, yeah. And they just get it the whole time through.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's her turn. This rock would like to join in dance. Hey, hoya, hey, hoya. Martha, what do you do?
Martha's gonna be the only one focusing on the other rock, cause someone has to. But gonna hit her with a bleh. Yeah.
Martha, why are you attacking the other guy?
As everyone else is focusing on the other guy, and someone needs to weaken this guy.
No, if we
Oh,
kill
that's-
the shit out of this one, then we have one target, Bella. We don't try.
Focus fire.
Why do you
We
think
kill them
focus
at the
fire
same
is a
time.
bad thing?
We kill the hell out of one.
Oh, I
If
mean,
there's
Shock?
2 of them, we take twice as
Okay,
much damage.
allow me to explain how this works, Bella. It doesn't matter how low someone's hit points is. The only one that matters is the last one. So weakening someone is great if you want to wrap it up at the end, like they're weaker together than they are apart. But that's But
The
sure.
next 2 shots
oh,
go to this guy.
like not focusing fire is great if you want to get a kill count, but I don't think that's something that should be a priority. The frogs are annoyed that you're shooting at them. Also, your puppo still gets to do
And-
some things.
I'm gonna use one more shot to assisting shot.
Ooh. Don't forget your bark still gets 1 free bite. Okay, cool.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
You hit, you still do damage, and someone else gets a bonus.
Yeah, Shaska doesn't get the bonus for assistant shot. 'Cause that's how I do. Nope. Shaska no hit.
Hey there, Delilah. What's going on? What do you do? The frog's starting to look messed up, but that
You still only
dance
have
of
a
theirs
body
is starting to
blocker.
cause some sort of lightning storm to brew.
Probably less than ideal.
Definitely.
Old person.
It's
That's
very
all that I
optimistic
have.
that you could think this guy's a person. I appreciate your politeness.
They can
Demons are
talk,
people
I think
too.
they're people. Just bad people.
They taste like chicken, though.
I don't.
Okay, so I think I'm going insane because on my end the screen is a certain brightness. If I click a token like yours with vision, the screen gets slightly brighter. So it's like my screen is subtly flashing and it's broken or something every time I click one of your
That's
tokens.
so weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I'm just gonna step back over.
No worry, there's a perfect solution to this. There we go.
Target it and then start with. Oh yeah, they've got a good fortitude save. What am I doing? Oh well.
Yeah, man, they got a great
Good
fortitude
job.
save. Hey, I mean, listen, it's very easy for them to get a crit on that, so the fact you got half is still nice.
Well, it still triggers my spell weapon, which is kind of what I wanted.
Listen,
Then
it's not the spell, it's the knife.
No, another crit failure.
What
now-
would be the critical fumble?
I stabbed my
Anyway.
hand with it.
Dance of Ruin goes off. Let's see. Each non-demon creature in a 20-foot emanation of any of the dancing Vrox must can take every additional Vrock. So that's gonna be a 3d12. Everyone roll me that basic DC 28
That's it.
reflex save. You can click the button, by the way, to get it. Oh,
Oh,
Oh, no.
gracious.
well, luckily you had that Sterling brew, didn't you? Martha does
You
the
did.
super dodges. Evita, you also have to roll. Don't think you're getting out of this one scot free. You need to make some rolls, baby. Huh. And make it cheated. Not a crit success, but hey, beats the shit out of taking
So,
full.
do any of them take damage?
The Vrox?
No.
I guess Delilah takes damage and she's right next to you.
Okay, I'm gonna block 9 of that.
Oh yeah.
Can you block me?
And then I'm gonna stab this guy.
Don't forget the shot
See,
guys to
he
roll.
just made the mistake.
Alright, Shaska.
Oh yeah, you have to do that.
They're not a demon yet.
Yes.
this time.
bu- 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 Wait, that's right.
Sashka. It'll. Oh, they take half. They're
Get
power
it.
pup.
Yeah. Dodge and lightning.
Anyway, you were beating up this rock. Don't forget, no MAP on out of turn actions.
Okay, Shaska gets half damage.
Yes, half because they made the save.
Yeah, I was using Retributive Strike on Delilah to reduce the damage by 9.
That
And then I'm
almost
gonna
sounded
stab
like
this
you were
guy.
hitting Delilah.
Did Martha crit succeed or just succeed? Well,
You could
wait,
succeed it. Martha, you succeeded at the saving throw, thus it becomes a critical success. You
okay,
hit by
so no
1.
damage.
Well, that's nice. I think your smite's still in effect, right?
It is, and it actually continues because my my allies took damage. So I get another round of it without having to use an action.
Well, that frog's looking pretty hurt. Well, since this old lightning dance isn't working out all that well, I guess we're gonna have to resort to the old classic. Martha, the guy
Oh, so
behind
that's
you,
the third one.
stares into your soul.
How does Hardy have consistency? However it's pronounced.
What the hell are you saying? Your words don't make sense.
What?
I mean,
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
why. Because
Obstinacy.
Oh.
That's against direct control, though.
I have a massive problem with this feat,
Mm.
and it implies that you should use roleplay level features on player characters, which I don't think you should. This infringes on player
Hey,
agency.
It
It's bad.
anyway.
Listen, Paizo, you and I don't get along very much, but you should not imply this is a thing in your game, because this is what bad dungeon masters use to beat their players with a cudgel. Alright, well, Bella, I hope you like getting eaten. Because that misses you by a hair. Well, actually hits you by a hair, excuse me. Good news, Bella, you also take 6 less damage of that, so you only take 17. Because, you know, you're immune to evil damage. You aren't affected by the evil of its beak. Crucius. It's your turn again. Did you know that there are no concrete rules on when a player gets their reaction in Pathfinder 2e? It's all up to the GM. At the beginning of the game, I mean. At the beginning of the combat.
I did not know this.
Yeah. So the combat might start and you already have it, or you might not if it's an ambush or something. Unlike 5e where it's always, yeah, if you don't get it until your turns come. Anyway, it's your turn, Crucius. What do you do? You're almost done with this guy.
I'm
He's
trying to finish this guy off.
That's a hit by 0. Bleh. And
Plus my smite's still active on him.
that'll get him down to nothing. Ba,
Then I'm
ba,
gonna
ba, ba.
move over here. Change my target to this guy. And try to follow up. Though I won't be using smite this round.
Don't forget you're being hasted. So
Wait, what's haste effect in 2e?
you get an
I
extra
forgot.
action which you can use to stride or strike. So you can totally hit that one,
Oh.
move over, smite, then strike.
Yeah, I'm gonna smite this guy then. I'd forgotten.
Then you hit him by 0, please roll damage. Man, you were hitting reliable damage on that thing. You should be glad that fire damage resistance isn't a thing that devils get anymore. Or that fire throw would have been useless.
Yeah, I'm very glad that it's not useless. I have your back, Martha.
Now, they have been playing nice so far, but now that one of them's down, they're going to use it. You were technically moving in close, so you do get the claw. That's a crit. On the way in, they give you a firm hitting. You said you were resistant to evil, by the way?
Yes, I have resistance to evil.
I would prefer that you make note of that on your sheet. There's a section at the bottom left on the red ribbon that has for resistances. Please make note of that. In that case, there's 12 damage is evil, so reduce that by whatever amount you reduce it by. Also, you have resistance to slashing because of your equipment of 3. So you get to reduce the damage by 3 and whatever your evil resistance is.
So 7.
Hey, it's something. So it's 47 instead.
So 16 away from 47. That is 31.
Nice. Well, hey, you're finally
Takes
starting.
me down to 14.
Ooh. Avita, is going to go back to using harmonize and inspire her friends to do better. Martha.
Ah, Inspire Courage was on. Wait, did we have that Inspire ability that gave us Oh, we had to recast it. Never mind.
Martha, it's your turn. Did you know?
I move away and reload.
Reload, reload.
And Shaska will make her way in.
Don't forget that your pup is mega fast and can go for the flank.
Bleh.
And is a
Yeah.
puppo, and will probably do so. Because that's how dogs hunt.
Work, work.
Yeah, she'll get her attack. I'll finish reloading next turn. Oh man.
Ball. Delilah,
That's me.
what do you spend your turn doing? Does your nose need picking? Ha 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 ha.
Please, not now. Only when it's private.
Ah ah ah.
I'm gonna move over and I guess just. Do I have a? I forget all my shit is fortitude based. But I guess I'm just gonna try and stab this guy.
You could heal me.
Oh,
I could heal
you've
you.
lost stamina. You have stamina points.
Oh,
Or-
yeah, that was my HP.
yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't take that much
I
damage.
forgot about stamina.
It's a little sad that all of your things are fort based. Maybe something to think about in the future. Maybe getting a little bit, just a little bit.
No, but like all of my options was fortitude based.
I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but fear is not a bad spell to cast if you're like, hey, maybe will do better.
I guess I'll just try and.
Shank him with your
Would
spell
that be
blade. I
better
don't
or
know.
worse than just a regular intimidation?
Fear is better because you also get something if you fail, if they succeed.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I guess. Well, that's 2 actions though. So I'll use a regular intimidate first, because that's only 1 action.
Try and
Just
spook
give
him.
it a
DC's 25,
death
baby.
glare, point blank. Nope.
You're so small from where he's standing.
It just moves his head out of the way.
I'm
do
not
not see
looking.
it.
Haha.
Oh well. Stab.
Ah, a knife.
Well, you get sneak attacker because he's flanked, right?
Yes. Well, it's not the most critical injury, but I'm sure he's
I'm
impressed.
helping.
Well, it's time to do something mean. He explodes into both a high-pitched screech and a massive cloud of spores.
That's gross.
Every adjacent creature needs to make me a fortitude save against the poison spores. Everyone in 30 feet gets to make me one against the burst of stunning.
Okay.
That one was rolled on Spore Cloud. Oh wait, we get bonuses to saving throws at the moment.
Yes, a +1. I was going to bring it up if it became relevant.
Or 2 fort saves.
Yes, everyone who's adjacent gets 2 fort saves.
Don't we get one from Inspire Courage and from Inspire Defense?
Inspired, well, they don't
That's
stack. They're
fine.
both the same bonus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're both status.
Am I just out of range or am I?
Wait,
Or
wait,
smart.
wait. How could I forget? I think there's something I can use right now with my little bard. The bards are always like, wait, I can do this. Counter performance.
Oh yeah,
Oh
because
my god, that thing that never worked before.
it's actually relevant.
Holy
It worked
shit.
with Dingleby.
I think, listen,
That's like
every
that
time,
when Claire tried to do it in Strahd.
every time someone plays a bard in this game, in like the streams I watch, and they are like, wait, I have counter performance. It's always this moment of elation of like, I can do
It's
something.
the one time.
It's never relevant, but sometimes.
You get
oh
to
my
roll.
god, she nailed it.
You can use
Wow.
this, so no one is stunned. Everyone is just like listening into this guitar riff, I guess.
I got a 28 on my saving throw.
All right. What about the spores?
That was my one on the spores.
My
First of
second one
all,
was
with
23 with the bonus.
Okay. Quick note: this poison damage is unaffected by the saving throw. The saving throw is just to avoid the 2d8 persistent damage.
So we all take 2d8.
Has anyone failed the DC 28 fort save against the spore cloud?
Oh man, I
Okay.
passed it. I exactly matched it.
If it's 28, then yeah, I failed.
Shaska failed.
Then you also take 2d8 persistent damage as vines and spores penetrate your skin and grow into thick vines. Green ones. Bleh. They cease growing after 10 rounds. Oh, I can make this pop out. There you go. They cease growing after 10 rounds, after which they wither. Oh, they take a while to wither, though, a couple of days. If not shave. Oh, you can just shave them off. Cool. I thought there was something
Also,
about speed
Delilah
reductions.
is not going to take any of that 9 damage,
You and your silly little sword.
which is going up this guy's rectum.
Wow, you make those exact hits are just annoying, aren't they? Show me the goods. Plus another 14.
Yep.
That's 27. Well, you know what? Since you're so eager to fight, it still has an action left, and it has built no MAP. So you get a foot in the face. That's only a hit. Don't forget, you can reduce that by your evil resistance and slashing.
And physical resistance from Inspired Defense, equal to half that spell's level.
Ooh.
So that is reduced by 7, and what was the level of that spell?
Wait, what?
Inspired Defense, that was used by Alvita last turn.
Well, what does it matter what level it is?
Half the level in physical defense resistance.
Yeah,
It's in the spell
Really?
description.
Oh yeah,
the last bit.
half the resistance. That would be 3.
Okay, so I take 10 less damage.
Nice.
So I take 2 HP damage.
Jolly good.
My
Well, it's your turn now. Yes. Did you know? Did you know?
turn. Okay, Weapon Surge.
No.
I'm going to eviscerate this person.
No. That's a crit. You
Yeah,
were right.
That's
I
an eviscerate.
I mentioned eviscerate. Plus the smite, plus an additional. It doubles my weapon dice.
So you get another 48.
Yep.
Show me the beans. Ow! Oof! Well, he's not down, but yeah, he's gonna run. Like a coward
Yeah,
would.
too bad. I have another attack on him.
3 more if you really want him. That's a hit. And that's probably gonna kill him because I don't think your minimum damage is enough for him to survive, because that good damage is just fucking burning it alive. Yeah, you didn't even need the weakness on that burn damage. Oof. It too falls to the ground. They vanish in puffs of smoke, as summoned creatures are wont to do, as you are left with the quiet of the mountains.
Okay, let's get some antidote shit going in Delilah and that doggo.
Yeah, I'm like
Protect my dog.
halving the vines off.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some. Okay, well, before we get to that, how about we get to the 2d8s, because at the very least,
Yeah, I'm gonna take at least one.
yeah. And I'll roll. Okay, so Delilah 11, the Puppo 9. I roll 2d20s. Delilah, the vines cannot take proper root in your undead skin, it seems, as they immediately fall out. The Puppo will take an additional 14. It's
I
not
have
much,
an antidote.
and then it's gone. Well, it's not really a poison. It's literal vines are festering inside of them.
Yeah, this is like as we're trying to pull them off.
Okay, I was gonna say I also have anti-plague.
Well, your dog's fine now. Just a little ouchies. Luckily, Evita was more than willing to share a fine spell for your dog. Here you go, Popo. You cheer up a little bit.
So let's take 5, guys. I need to get my temp HP, my stamina points back. But that was pretty exciting. I think I decapitated 2 demons today. It was a good day.
Sure did. You sure did.
A good start. Not even at the temple yet.
This is what we refer to as a warm-up.
Yeah.
Okay, and once we're ready, let's continue on, my friends. See anyone needs me to slap them with some healing myself.
I only lost
I'm
10
good.
HP, so I'm good.
Yeah. Which technically Shaka should have had, but anyway, so. Well,
Looking up
what if
ahead on the road. Through the snow, you see a large stone bridge structure. However, have I ever shown you this art, by the way? It's pretty good art that shows like the bridge and all.
I don't know if you did. You should show.
Oh man, that's
Oh wait,
where.
and remember we have our metal people behind us.
Oh,
How
yeah,
how
that-
could
they're
we,
just gonna
how
walk?
could we forget about Tweedledum and Tweedledummer that you've recently acquired?
yeah, beep and
That
boop.
is wait, that was the plot eagle that knocked Strahd off and almost died from Bella's character punching him.
Yep.
That is way bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's
People vastly underestimate how large is, let alone how large gargantuan is. Because people don't make reference pictures like these all that often.
Yeah, like that's a rock,
serious.
right? Those things are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also, by the way, the thing I'm most angry about is the fact that you can't see the mountains in the background. Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
so a lot of trees. There's only like a few on this map, so a lot of artistic liberties taken with the environment. Well,
I mean, isn't it on the mountain?
Yeah, like near the top.
by the way, because your clockwork soldiers are inanimate constructs, they're unaffected by all kinds of alignment damage. AK, they're neutral.
We can look around this gate to see if we could turn off the actual fire.
Well, the
Well-
fire starts to dissipate now that the rocks are gone.
Okay.
And they're probably the ones maintaining it. What's the deal with this
Onward.
gatehouse here?
I gotta take a quick break, so we'll be back in a bit.
Everyone take a quick sippy break. Got a toilet. Do all those things.
Oh hey Bella.
What?
Miss MTG apparently was assaulting was threatening AOC.
Oh boy.
So much that security had to step in. Apparently, some people are also saying that AOC is out of line because this is the Republicans saying that AOC isn't always agreeing with the president. That's disloyal.
That's being normal.
Yeah, she
That's how
doesn't agree
politics
with
is
him all the
supposed to work.
time. Oh, okay. You know what happened?
Ah.
So Green went up to AOC and started yelling at her for how she supports terrorists because she was saying that dehumanizing Palestinians is a bad idea because of so many people supporting Israel implicitly in the airstrikes. She said it's wrong to treat them as, necessarily just automatically the enemy, which is a correct statement.
Yeah.
But of course, hardcore idiotic chest thumping people tend to like screaming about loyalty to the country when they don't know what they're talking about. Our country, Bella.
It's a thing. How long? Who knows?
At this rate, not very.
Nah, I'm sure we'll survive. One.
Ba-ba-bo.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yes.
We're gonna check out this tower, I think.
Yeah,
That
that's what
I
I'll
can go.
do.
All right. Taking a look around, you notice that there are significantly more footprints and even like wheel tracks going north or coming from north. There's two sets of them. Might be a single person who turned around. However, very few footprints go into this building.
Well, they're probably here with a goal in mind.
Maybe.
Still kind of want to know what the deal with the building is. It's probably just a guardhouse.
Probably.
But if
Looks
those
like.
people ignored it, if there's anything in there, it's probably still there.
I have a question about this gatehouse that I don't think is ever answered. Like, what side was it meant to defend? Because this is Barovia, so you'd think the tower would be on the Barovian side, you know, so that the guards wouldn't be on the enemy side if the gate ever has to close. But if it's not Barovia,
Apparently,
then
they
whose?
wanted to stop Barovia.
Well, you can always take a peek through the door. That tends to be as harmless as you can get.
Yeah, it's probably step one.
Taking a peek through yonder door yonderly. What doth thine eyes seize? I know very fancy words. A cold hearth stands across from the door, wind howling down its chimney. A stone staircase goes up. There are no furnishings left. Additionally, you see several large corpse-like beings pray in front of the fireplace. They seem to be stuck in this endless rhythm. You know, if you've seen Dark Souls where you have those guys on the ground like praying to nothing, this is basically what these
Yeah.
guys are doing.
Guys, there are like zombies in here. But not like the super aggressive kind. They just kind of seem like they're praying or worshipping or something.
Should we destroy them?
Doesn't look like they're hurting anybody.
Need to walk around them to explore those stairs.
I guess. Could probably try. Just kind of carefully push my way in.
Yeah, be super careful behind the lamp.
Yeah,
You
but
notice
I,
that
like,
this room has strange dancing shadows in it, connected all the way to the fireplace, despite the lack of a flame. There's like shadows on the walls that move on their own, despite there being no light source or anything that casts them.
Not liking that.
there's some magic going on in here. Probably not in a good way. 'Cause when is it ever a good way?
You want to go upstairs?
Sure. I mean, I don't think there's
Okay.
anything to gain by hanging around down on the ground floor unless we want to kill those zombies.
We keep it shoved at the doorway.
Roll me
I'm
some
gonna stay
stealth as
outside.
you try to move your way up without getting detected.
Stealth is not my field.
Yeah, ain't gonna be easy. So, stealth, please. Shouldn't be too hard to sneak around these guys. They're all distracted.
I mean, I've got a ton of hero points. I'm going to use one of them.
You send me. Ooh,
It's a little better.
it's a living. The creature seemed to not notice you at first, but then, strangely, as if drawn by this odd combination of new undead and new living life that enters their peripheral vision, they suddenly turn around, revealing their faces, filled with flames and embers, their eye sockets empty except for that same reddish light. The shadows, too, begin to peel from the walls and would like to say hello.
Crocious stealth is over. It's over. Panic.
We need a big man. With
Oh,
big
you need
plans.
big man. That's not me.
We didn't
She
bring any
says,
men.
annoyed
We're in
at the
trouble.
ethereal DM, getting always assuming she's male.
Oh no.
She's somehow aware.
Wait, would Dogs of Night help my initiative or no?
Wait, what would Doggo help with?
Goggles of Night. +1 to like visual based perception.
Yeah,
Like with
if it
that.
enhances your visual perception, then it would generally make it easy for you to respond to situations, no?
Okay. That's my initiative.
Alright, alright, alright. Think we got it all taken care. Oh, whoops, I started combat too early. One of them stands up. You hear a scraping across the ground in front of him, which he was bowed over, and thus you could not see was a long sword. Actually, that's about all that'll get done, because he needs to get up, pick up his weapon, and then he moves over to Delilah. Weapon heft high. Delilah, they want a piece of you.
Give them a piece. And I only have so many pieces left. Probably. These are all zombies, so intimidation doesn't work. I'm just going to, I guess, use this thing that I've basically never used. Vampiric Boost. Give
Oh
me
my.
a +2.
You fill yourself with power.
Spooky Strength. And then just kind of try and trip this guy over. Directly in
No,
front of me.
not his weakest save. Probably makes that slapping sound that they use for running. Show me the athletics. Whoa! Oh, you actually included the boost.
Yeah, I added it.
Handsome. He hits the ground hard. Boom.
Then I guess I'll just retreat a little and take cover behind the entryway.
Wah. The other Karen Wright follows the same procedure. Picking up weapon, move it over. Crucius.
Is suddenly inside the door.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna strike the one standing first. Because that one has the higher AC, so this is smart.
Sure.
They're not weak to silver at all,
Nope.
I assume.
Nope.
And then I'm gonna go for the prone one as a follow through.
And that's another solid blow. Almost a crit.
Double 20.
Oof.
That's 20/20 vision.
The best thing to come out of 2020.
Martha.
Alright, we've watched Shadows before, right?
Probably. What about him?
So like they're weak to light.
Definitely.
Yeah, we fought one
Alright.
in that basement.
My sword is on fire, so.
I'm not gonna go all the way up the stairs. I'm just gonna walk halfway up the stairs and pull out. Do we need it though? Probably. Some rod.
So they're weak to light in this sense.
Ah.
It's not like any magical light's gonna burn them away. Sunlight, yes, but a sunrod, not a sunlight.
Okay.
Despite the name.
And I will not do that, and instead take one shot at this bubble boy and shotgun.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Of a bark.
The shadow
Damn.
crawls along the wall. The dog does not get to attack. You used one action to move over, one action to pull out your... Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
In that case, bite him. Show me the goods.
Sounds
Chomp,
good.
chomp. Chomp, chomp. chomp chomp. The shadow slithers across the wall. Since it, is a shadow, it gets up to you in just one easy step. How to get adjacent to people to fight in just one easy step. Two of its hands reach out to grab you. One is easy to dodge. The other one, however, will have the advantage of you trying to dodge the other. Oh no! Martha, no! The bad touch. As it grabs you,
Baddest touch.
it tries to peel your shadow off. Just give it a little pinch and pull. Evita will just give you all the encouraging words to gain that +1 bonus and resistance. This shadow. I mean, dog shadows are not all that tasty, but they're there, and it's not had a snack in a while. Boop, boop, boop. Luckily, your dog has nerves of steel and only gets hit once, but the last one? What is going on? The Canwright lifts himself off the ground.
I take that damage.
Puppo takes that damage, and you take that damage. Yes, you take the first, Puppo takes the second.
Oh, Papa got. What hit the Papa? Oh, a shadow. Okay.
The Cairn Rider lifts himself off the ground. He still has his weapon gripped firmly, and swings it at Crucius, the most lively-looking thing in front of it. Well, actually, no. It's... You know what? Let's go for this one. Every living creature within 50 feet, which excludes the Lila for obvious reasons, must make a will save. Don't forget you have a +1.
Aha!
On a success, you are frightened. On a fail, you are frightened too.
Creature is undefined one.
Here's Shaska's.
I'm undefined one. Oh no.
Ooh, Shaska's bigger.
Big brave. Look at their
Yeah,
face.
Shaska doesn't get any of that shit.
Now that it successfully debuffed you, then it strikes you with its blade.
Oh wow, nice roll.
Today is a day of good rolls for me, or now is. The last one, not so
But-
great.
I take 3 less.
Slashing.
Haha.
Delilah.
That's me. I'm going to take aim at the shadow. I think I have a line of sight.
Yes, you do. It's fine.
Then gonna lob a ghost charge at it.
Oh no! Not a charge for
Does that
ghosts.
still work? Actually, I'm gonna. No, it takes actions to get it out, so that wouldn't work. I'm just gonna lob it.
Yoink.
Range attack. It has a +1 modifier. So. I have missed every single one of the bomb weapons that I've used. How much splash damage does it do? 2 damage.
It is unfortunately not vulnerable to it in particular.
Yeah.
Oh, although the Cane Rod would probably all stick to.
Gotten rid of it now. And then next going only have one action I think, so I'm just gonna I guess shield. Just block. Take cover.
Nice. Always good to be in cover. This other Cane Rod too slithers around, blocking up the stairs. And then goes for a double swing at Crucius. Ooh, hitting twice.
Wait.
Yes.
What did Alvida use last turn on us?
The defense thing too, so your
Doesn't
AC would be
that,
too high.
increase
Then
the
only
AC?
one hits. Marvelous. You still, however, must make... Okay, it gains 5 temporary hit points, and the creature must succeed a DC or be 1. I don't know what that means. An 1. Drained. There we go. You become drained.
So what do I have to do to prevent the drain?
DC 18 fort save.
That's my second best save.
You're fine.
I critical succeed, which does nothing.
One more because the other one also hit you. Just forgot about it. Cool, you're fine.
I critical succeed, which does nothing.
It's your turn now, Crucius.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go for both. Go for broke. First, the one that's in front of me.
Marvelous. Ooh, what a hit. That's what you need to win.
Still standing.
Yup. They're not that weak.
Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna use smite on the one that just attacked me from the other side. I should have used that in the first one, but I forgot to.
No!
And critical fail.
Yes, please move on. I don't... So, anything else? You took 2 actions.
Fuck it. I'm gonna raise my shield.
And some... Martha, what do you do?
Martha's gonna be like, "Hey, Crucius, you also have automatons. Don't forget about those." And I'm just gonna shoot once the guy next to Crucius. Yeah.
Oh no!
Dick.
I like you're attacking a guy who's directly adjacent to Crucius like that. Be careful. Oh, that's actually... No, that's not a crit. Is it a crit? It's a crit. That would have been a crit.
Okay. I'll reroll.
See,
Man,
there you
he's
go.
better than-
Then Martha will take her second shot. Okay.
Oh my. Solid blow. Let her rip. Almost down.
Wamo. Shinderu.
And Shaska will, I guess, close the distance.
Cool.
And give a little. Ooh,
Chomp.
Critical.
Shaska, you big. You big and I love all.
Hey, if it takes him down, it takes him down, don't it?
Yeah.
However, the shadow that's right behind you has not changed its ways yet. Also, I wish it would just automatically reduce frightened at the end of everyone's turn. That's how they work. It's automatic. Well, the shadow's
my
just gonna
friend is
suck all the good juice out of Martha. Only 1 hit, though. So please take that damage, Martha. You are further enfeebled. Evita still keeping up that song and dance for y'all. Shadow was busy eating a little puppo.
No.
It flicks across the wall, ending up on the stairway partially, as it reaches out to grab that dog. Get a load of that dog. Doggy's too
But
strong, though.
She don't get hit.
The Cairn right is dazed and confused. The blows have rendered it off balance, causing it to swing instead at the pup. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
But 2 of those hit.
I am going to be Retributive Striking on the first one.
Puppo also has
I
to
might
make 2 fort
actually drop
saves.
this. No, only the first one might hit if I kill it.
Cool. In that case, I think it's dead. Boop. Then it's Delilah's turn.
Interrupted action.
Yeah, like a real hero. Let's try and get in there. Scuttle around.
Scuttle, 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 scuttle.
And then just try and stab this thing. As best I can. Which apparently isn't very good.
It's hard to stab a shadow.
Yeah. Then just put shield up.
Shields up. Crucius. You're the one who can hit shadows better than anyone.
Matter flanking. So, time to chase some shadows.
Kaboom! Do you have ghost touch?
Shadow.
Do I get that? Let me check something because I think I might from my blade ally.
You better
Your
have Ghost
blade
Touch.
I can give that.
It has disruptive or
Don't
disrupting.
don't think that's quite the same though. Like Ghost Touch specifically overcomes the special physical resistances that these things get. God damn it! Why are weapon runes not located under the magic weapon section? I hate this a lot. Thanks for splitting up weapons, Paizo.
Yeah, because I specifically took disrupting. I think.
Well, when a critical hit against enfeebled one, that much is important. It does not specifically overcome physical resistance, so it gets 5 hit points back.
I can choose Ghost Touch, which I might do later, but
So yeah, it's still good.
okay.
Let her rip. Oof, another miss by 5.
And
Oof.
critical. Okay. Well, I got one good one.
Martha, the shadows everywhere, and they're attacking you and your dog.
Alright, I put away my crossbow, pull out my sword, even though it's probably not gonna do much, and I'll hit the shadow closest to me.
Hiya!
Wait, I've been doing 1d4 extra positive damage to undead this whole time.
Well then, good. We'll
Jesus.
just say this guy's gone.
That deadly D8 though.
No, it was this guy. But
Well, all the evil damage is completely ignored.
Yeah.
So, don't get too snazzy there. I think everything else just goes through just fine. So it's 50 damage. It's destroyed. In a single blow, somehow, you cleave a shadow in half. Don't ask me.
After that, it's probably going to be a shadow of his former self.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Well, you're standing alone in this windy tower. Is it snowing outside? Delightful.
my screen froze. I restart.
Yeah, it did that to me too. It's been doing that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any reason that I came in here to stab things, my friends?
Because I
Yeah.
was to be sad.
Because we beefed it.
Because
We
Martha is
failed
allowed to go into places and cause trouble for everyone. Until you
Hey,
buy
Is
a
I
leash
this
for
more
her.
of her thing?
I didn't fail the stealth check.
That was me. I stubbed my toe on the stairs. and
This
alerted
implies that the
guards.
stealth check was mandatory to begin with.
Oh, we
Um,
wanted to try.
give me a moment. I need to mention something because I think you're in a room where that's relevant to everything that's happened. Yep. This will come up later. It's not on this floor though. Oh no, it is on this floor. Huh. On this floor is a destination point for that over there thing you saw. Or at the very least, Avita mentions that there's one over here.
Oh. Yeah,
We'll
the
go
big
take a look at whatever it is.
teleporty portal.
Yeah, it's a teleport destination.
Oh, hey, so we can teleport back to other places now.
Well, Avita knows how to make you teleport backwards using it. Otherwise, it only goes to, not fro.
Yeah. Like it has to go to the Nexus, and then the Nexus goes to other places.
No. It's you cannot physically use these to return to the over there. The over there is a one-way trip. Avita just figured out a way to reverse engineer it. Like because it's
Oh yeah.
such a constant connection, it's like, oh, I'll just open up this door from the other side. It's like knowing how to open those one-way doors at malls and all, you know, those push bar doors from the other side. That's kind of the trick.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, the door's already there. You just have to figure out how to get the lock, the latch to go off, and then you can just do whatever you want. It's like no one wants you to, but hey, stop me, criminal scum. Anyway, you're in this room. What do you want with it? The corpses seem to have simmered down. The red hot lights from their eyes waits and fades.
Is there anything suspicious about the fireplace? Because they're all kind of kneeling down and worshipping it.
Not really. It's just a fireplace. This.
Maybe they're just like heat or something, and it was going at some point. I don't know. See anything upstairs, Martha?
I'm gonna go upstairs.
As you go upstairs, you will see another fireplace. It's one of those single chimney things. Um, the upper level is an icebox with windows set in almost every wall. A rusted iron ladder is bolted to the floor and leads up to the ceiling of a wooden trapdoor. Mounted above the stone hearth is a dire wolf's head. There's one side of the wall that has this big tarp hanging over it that seems to have been pinned down with nails or something. So from the outside it looks like a solid wall, but from here it's like, oh, you can just cut the tarp.
Oh. Okay. I'll just look at the tarp and be like, "What's this?"
You see the outside
Is it
downstairs and see Evita and the Clockwork Boy standing there. They wave up at you, or at least one of them does, Evita.
and there's more stairs?
Yep, a ladder going up to be specific.
Huh? All right. Well, I don't know if Shaka can handle the ladders, but I'll go up the ladder. Boop, boop, boop.
10-foot tall, golden statues stand atop the battlements facing outward. Each depicts a female human knight holding a lance. The wind stirs the cold snow around you.
Mm.
It seems to be extra stormy up here. You're about 40 feet off the ground at this point. Which implies that that stone thing is only 30 feet. Then why does it... Oh, whatever. If you were to go off the edge towards the cliff, you would fall 540 feet down, which is also hilarious.
Oof.
In 2E terms,
I
that is
forgot.
270 damage.
Alright, who would make a jump that brazen? That's silly.
Featherfall.
And probably the guy with wings and instant feather fall. Good, but it's not mandatory, so
Technically
I see.
speaking, due to the phrasing of how the spell works, if you start combat and you need to cast Featherfall, you cannot cast Featherfall because you don't have your reaction yet, and thus hit the ground, I think? I don't know if that's the beginning or the end of the round, but there's some funny timing stuff going on there. From here, you can see the bridge in the distance, the large bridge structure, and the glowing shape on top of it.
Glowing shape.
Yes, like an animal lying and resting on top, but it's glowing as if it's on fire, maybe?
there's
Really should
something going on at the bridge.
picked up like a spyglass or something, but I mean, if that's something we're gonna have to be looking forward to.
Should probably get a move on. There's a lot of there's much more to do with the tower.
Oh, Shafka.
Well, we may as well continue now.
Yep.
That was an
Lead the way.
interesting excursion, almost shadowless friend.
Yeah, your shadow's
Oh,
kind of like
sure.
flitting off the ground like a sheet of paper.
Seriously, you need to work on your bond with your metal friends.
Well,
Yeah,
they're mindless. They require some degree of orders to do something.
Yeah,
And also,
be,
there was no space for them to come in.
be like
Yeah,
I
we
was-
me
kind
and
of
Shafka.
in the doorway.
I was in the doorway.
It's busy in there.
There's only so much space in the doorway, and also I don't want to get these things too damaged. I don't know how to fix them.
We also had the block issue, but yeah.
I
Either
mean,
way.
You're pretty
Oh,
sure these
that's
things
not
are
bad.
immune to whatever those shadows can do.
Mm.
So that's a plus. Chevrolet, it's a big plus. Also, you should have the ability to control and drag them anywhere you want, by the way, since it should be your command.
I can.
Well, you can move on ahead if you want to. Down the road.
Also a big thing by the bridge. Burning.
Probably not good.
As you approach the bridge, you see two humanoid figures standing in the supports of the archway. Anyone here with any training of religious kind would note that these fellows are wearing hellplate, worn by the Hell Knights.
Well, I would certainly know that offhand.
Oh, hey, it's Bug Boy.
Hell yeah. Hey, his token's good. It works for the purposes of
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a good
yeah.
token.
it's just
Yeah.
it's just a shame the artist for Wrath of the Righteous wrote for characters who were gonna die in one turn anyway.
Well, that was every character in Wrath of the Righteous. So
Although to
can't
be
blame
fair,
them.
he was one of the ones who hung on for a little bit. That was
Yeah.
fight was a nice mess
Before we became gods.
before you had a machine gun for a friend.
Machine gun, a rocket launcher, and a whirlwind.
I like that the Ranger was being sad on themselves, but they were extremely dependable. Not every.
Oh well.
I think I really do think this, and I do think that too many people are like stuck up their own ass when it comes to balance. Like, no, you just want to be cool in combat and not have anyone else steal your thunder. You can't do that. You can't feasibly make a game where everyone is always cool in combat. Like, you can't have a thing. It's damage. That's what you do. Ugh. Should be more concerned about the fact that Charm Person is a spell. If only because of the moral implications. I do like the fact that there's recently been a pushback to enchantment being the more evil school.
Yeah, it kinda is.
Enchantment wizards have had a good PR department, but finally it's turning around.
Necromancy is getting a little
Crucius, you're dealing with
evil.
Hell Knights.
Yeah, I
While
know. I'm not happy about that.
You
while
can smell
the common accusation is that all Hell Knights are basically, they sleep with devils, they kiss succubuses on the cheek and everything. Some of them are just people who want to uphold the law, and it's not like Absalom has banned slavery, so
they're cops.
they're cops.
Basically.
If cops were like, hey, let's summon ourselves a Satan this evening, sometimes.
Oh, great. They're American cops.
I wouldn't put it past them.
If we steal this Dungeons and Dragons game, we can summon Satan. That seems like a good idea. Point is,
Hello, Knights.
as you come in close, you maybe they were supposed to use glaives because they drop their war flails to sort of create this. When spears they cross them, but war flails are not long enough, and it doesn't have the same effect because the end hangs off. Anyway, they try to cross them, and they tell you that you may not pass further, for beyond here lies the land of Chaliax, under official control of the Hell Knights. As shall soon be the rest of this imminent domain.
Wait, which domain are you talking about? Are you talking about Barovia in general?
It shall not be Barovia for long.
Then I actually have a problem with that because we have a legitimate government here.
Well, to be fair, so is Cheliax. I don't know where you stand on wars, but
The aggressor usually I don't go with. I don't know. Depends on the cause.
well, judging by this, they seem to have already taken over a part of Barovia.
They're Hell Knights.
Well, we are
But-
not civilians of Barovia. We're actually travelers.
Oh. But what reason do you have to be in this inhospitable mountainscape instead of traveling safely by road?
Oh, we
business.
were. Go ahead, Martha.
We have business in Jillian. Yeah.
You have business in Cheliax.
We work with a merchant. We are possibly coming to check things out.
It's still a little funky that you're out here. You know what? You can roll me some diplomacy. See if you can butter up a cleric, as it were.
I'm good at diplomacy, kinda.
You know, I do appreciate that the lore is that not everyone knows or understands or is like caring about the fact that like not everyone in the Hell Knights worships Asmodeus or anything. But at the same time, you call yourself the fucking Hell Knights. Like, you can't just go. You know, we're not.
It's
We
got
don't.
one. It's got one L. They're Norse.
It's kind of like we're the Nazi party, but they don't gas people, and it's like they're gassing people off screen.
Anyways, Bella, let's roll our diplomacies.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was one or two.
It's like, why would we gas people? We're just the Nazis. We're just the police, the National Socialists. Well, that'll
Honestly, you
that'll
look pretty
butter
good.
them up. They're like, you do look like you're just a random adventuring sort. Which those random buckos who go around a little bit. And you got weird constructs that might be trouble. But you just the further you go inland into Cheliax, the more people there can kick your ass better than they can. So they're like, sure, go on ahead.
Maybe these Valiant are warriors, or at least for for future warriors.
What?
Guys,
Point is, you are permitted
Don't-
passage, which means we don't need this map
Don't
anymore.
push it, Bella.
I was just saying out of character.
Out of Bellictor. And
It's
so,
a
you,
bridge.
the bridge. You make your way over to the Amber Temple. I said activate, thank you.
Activate.
Preload the scene, right? Yeah, I gotta preload it. And I got a little bit of time to put on those extra little tokens. Dun dun. I can't stop thinking about that stupid picture Claire posted with the Lean doing the bounces.
Yeah.
It's such a dumb. Oh, God dang it! I can't take it. Dun dun. Okay, I'm gonna post it here. I can't. I have to share it with Dizzy.
I wanna see.
Get a load of this.
Look at him go.
This is how I assume Claire's brain just operates.
Just a Lean spinning around. Anyway, kids. At some point, you're gonna arrive at the Amber Temple, the large looming structure, and we'll take care of that next time. Because right at the
We
front
got too
door,
long.
you're going to be confronted by some fine gentlemen who take
Oh
some.
hell.
Yep, they have glowing hounds. You got a bunch of dudes with flails and a bunch of obvious devils. Lemures, to be specific. Those fatty, misshapen things that are like the fresh souls of hell.
Time to beat the devil out of this temple.
This is where Trisha screams and starts swinging, right?
I just gave a gif.
Yeah,
You said devils?
barely restrained.
Yep, they're all. I mean, listen. In front of you are like 6 devils and 2 devil cavorters. This might be a good day.
Starting to worry that handle of a sword is gonna snap from the death grip.
Heavy breathing. Oh my God! Look at the cat. Good kitty. Kitty, kitty. Well, yes. Next time we'll do the Amber Temple, or part of it at least, because
Yeah.
it usually takes a while to do. I just remembered I forgot to take care of the loot on this place. Whoops. Well, then I have time to prepare that, huh? Slaps my hands together.
Wow.
The loot. For the stabbings.
The sacred texts.
I like loot.
Even though there's very little loot that's been useful for you, maybe you'll find something cool that gives you like a maybe. Ooh! I already got ideas. Bubble in my brain that might be fun and would be thematically appropriate for the situation you're in.
Finally be able to shoot laser beams.
I mean, I do think you can cast that spell nowadays.
Wow, I found the ray gun.
Anyway, give yourself 200 experience points for managing to overcome the Vrox, which were pretty tough fight, but I figured you could handle it considering you had a champion with good damage like that.
Yeah.
I did consistent attack damage today.
Yeah. I would like to point
good
out.
weakness.
Let me pull up the sheet just so you know how risky I was playing it despite knowing better nowadays. Those guys were level 9, and they would count as an extreme encounter.
Huh.
Which, if I remember correctly, is oh fuck, oh no, oh god no, someone's gotta go down, but no. You did great.
Yeah, I decapitated those guys.
Yeah, like I said, I had perfect trust that you would make it through. Unlucky crits would have killed you, but hey, you got those 35 extra temp hit points from drinking some nettle soup.
I ended a shadow.
You made 2.
Yeah.
Next time, can our heroes overcome the Amber Temple and its many tricks, traps, and foolish behaviors? Can they stop the Hell Knights from whatever tomfoolery they're up to? Will they have to fight giant constructs, zombies of the damned, ghosts of the past? Ooh. I don't know.